can I just sing to fade?
You could, but you could have said, welcome to the ugly
welcome
truth.
to, oh God. Okay, fine. Welcome to the ugly truth. These are my spectacles. All right, we're all set.
I'm spec free, so I'm blind. It's okay.
Flying blind. It's okay. I probably look better in this in your bad vision. It's so funny.
Oh, please.
I was doing my makeup.
No, your skin looks so good. I'm jealous.
I just gave myself a hydrofacial the other day. So for, I don't even know if it was Mother's Day or Christmas. I don't know. Malia, who works at Sephora, gets access to amazing skincare
Products.
tools and
She
products
does.
and all kinds of cool shit.
I have benefited from those.
Yes, you have. And so I got a hydrofacial, the home kind. It's the brand is Shark. And you basically hold it, and a hydrofacial basically suctions and gives you like a facial with cleanser, with like a really nice products that keep, it just basically sucks the skin off.
The toxins and the bad stuff.
It's so good. And then like, I had a hydrofacial at a spa once for the very first time, and they're like, coming with clean face, da da da. So she did it, and afterwards, the water that comes off of your,
oh God,
she showed me the tank. She goes,
ew,
I thought you came in with a clean face. I go, I did. She goes, this water's brown. And she goes, do you not do skincare, like exfoliate, da da da? And I go, I'm going to be honest with you. No, I have no idea how to take care of my skin. That's why I'm here getting a hydrofacial, because someone said, get a hydrofacial. You'll love it. Da, da, da. She's like, okay. And she had a blast. She's like, project.
Oh God.
Sold me a ton of stuff.
Oh, God.
I used it all. My skin looked
worth it.
way better. But now I'm like, okay, that stuff I didn't like as much. And then I, finally put together a nice skincare routine.
You tweak and twist until you find what you like.
And it changes all the time because, the older we get, the less youth we have.
Well, and are always coming out with something new that you...
Or better.
And better.
Whatever.
Honestly.
Indeed.
Or maybe better, but you have to try it to see if it is better.
Our needs change constantly. And it's really annoying.
Yeah.
Honestly.
The dogs are playing and they're super cute.
I don't know why they do this every time.
Who cares? It doesn't bother me the least.
It does. Okay, fine.
My dogs do it
if they start
all the time,
screaming.
but my dogs are loud. Yeah, my dogs are loud because Kevin will start doing that high pitch. So I'm like, okay.
So as I've gotten older, I've been dealing with when you have perimenopause, and we're going to get right into old lady talk.
Oh, wait, immediately.
Is I have been having itching. My skin itches constantly. Yeah. Now, I do have an autoimmune disease. I have IBS, and it does cause inflammation if you eat or do the wrong thing. There's a lot I have to do to try to maintain it. And it's annoying, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I have this new symptom where I've been itchy. I'm itchy constantly.
That's a thing.
It's a thing. For a long time, it was just the inside of my ears. That has stopped. And you know what they tell you? Ladies, if you have itchy ears, your ear canals get itchy, which is a very real symptom. Spray some allergy spray like Claritin, not Claritin. What's the spray one?
Flonase?
Flonase. Spray some Flonase on a Q-tip and rub the inside of your ears, and it works.
Wow.
It fully works, and it doesn't cause any harm.
Okay.
But anyway, so I've been itching a lot, and it's just been really annoying. And so now I have sometimes I'll get these rashes, something like on my jawline or whatever. So I'm constantly obsessed with my skin. I saw something today and it said, the older I get, the more I understand why Victorian women were constantly laying down. And I'm like, yes. It's like, you know what? I too am mentally ill. Send me to the sea so I might walk on the beach with a blanket for months at a time.
I mean, honestly, many old people move to different climates and do drastic things in their life just for comfort.
Yeah, because they're like, I'm sick of being hot.
Yeah, they're sick of being hot.
Sick of the hives.
Yeah, or humidity. A lot of people live it. They don't want to do that anymore. Or if you live someplace where it's like you get blizzards in the winter, fuck that.
I mean, I assume that's why people move to Arizona and Florida.
Yes,
1,000%
it is. Yeah,
both places I would rather not.
Joel calls Florida the blue hair capital of the world.
Well, it probably is.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. What do you mean you don't want to come to the blue hair capital of the world? I'm
God's
like,
waiting room. That's what they call it. You never heard of that?
Oh, no. That's funny.
It's what it is.
No, I will live in California until I can no longer afford it, and I'm like going to be homeless. Other than that,
you'll never be homeless.
I'm just saying.
But I know what you're saying. Really quick. So you and I had a date night with our families a couple weeks ago. We saw Toy Story 5 together.
It was so fun.
We saw it the day before it actually officially came out. And I
How is
Loved
that?
it.
Was it just
They just do a few showings before the big premiere date for where it goes,
because I thought it was the premiere night. I didn't realize it
Not
was.
really. I mean, there were only like 2 or 3 showings that night. We just happened to grab one, and you saw it was not even that full.
No, I think it's because it's a child. It is a kids movie for the most part, and we saw it on a Thursday night, so it was kind of late.
I think my take is this on seeing kids movies in theaters. I went to so many kids movies because I had a litter of children, and they were all under 5 at one point, or 9 under at one point. And so I would go. It wasn't that bad.
No, I never experienced it. So
I would take them back in the old days. Movie theaters, when a Disney movie would come out, they would have like 9:30 a.m. movie showings, which I don't think they do anymore.
No, the earliest is like 11:30.
Yeah,
11.
so we would go at the very first showing at like
Maybe
9:30. 9:30 in the morning, and I remember vividly going to see Emperor's New Groove at 9:30 in the morning, and them all sitting together, all across in a row with their sharing their popcorn, and everybody got a slushie. That was the big spend.
It's probably the best thing ever,
and it was great. So I did that for a long time, and then I think the last time I took them, we went to see Garfield. And it was full of children screaming and running around and, popcorn flying. And I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I can't.
So they got older and they went with their friends. And then I didn't have to do it anymore. It was great. I just picked them up and dropped them off. Well, now I'm like, if I want to see a kid movie, because I like Pixar films, if I'm going to see a kid movie, I'm going at night. And and the theater we went to was adult only.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, it's adult only after a certain time period. So like, I think after like 8, it's 21 and over, and they don't let anyone in. I've seen kids get turned away.
I love it.
Well, because there's a bar.
Yeah.
And so that's why. So anyway, I like going at night. The likelihood of kids is minimal. And I don't mean your son's age. I mean like
small children.
7-year-old, 6, 5, whatever. And it's great. And there's no one there to bother you.
I don't remember seeing any kids when we went that night.
Nobody. Jeff was the youngest kid there.
Yeah.
And he's 14?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it was so good. It was so fun.
It was really, really fun.
I loved it.
Jeff loved it. He said the cutest thing to me when we were leaving. We were walking back to the car. He's like, Mom, he's like, next time can I sit by you?
Oh, that's so
He's
sweet.
like, I wanted to see your reaction when this or that. And he was like pointing.
What, you wanted to watch me ugly cry?
Yeah, he did. Well, no, he knows I don't ugly cry, but he's like, did you, he's like, don't worry. He's like, I did too, Mom.
Oh, that's so
And I'm like,
sweet.
I knew you would, son. He's so sensitive.
It was so good. And I know it's getting a lot of people are kind of mixed reviewing it. And I'm like, why? It's so funny. It was so funny.
What are they mixed reviewed about? I guess it doesn't matter. I mean,
some people, when they think Toy Story, they think Woody and Buzz, and that's it.
It's a franchise like anything.
And not only that, but Jessie deserved her movie. She was such a big
Woody
player.
and Buzz were fine in the movie. They were in it enough.
They were supporting.
They were. And like, I loved the Buzz drones.
Oh my God. It was so cute.
Right? There was plenty of,
And not only that, but like apparently when they first started writing this film, Woody wasn't going to be in it at all because he left. He went to go run the fields of of Wonder with Bo.
Exactly.
Peep. So he wasn't even going to be in it. But they're like,
we have to have
a Toy Story without Woody making an appearance?
You can't.
And so what I loved about him being in it was like they still love him, but they don't need him anymore. And I love that part of it.
He was the old man with the shiny head and bald spot on his head.
God.
It was the cutest thing I ever saw.
Things like that was what made it so funny.
I loved it.
It was great. All of it.
Yeah, and this movie, I honestly, if you are currently raising children, young children from the age of little to teens, it was relatable to everybody.
100%.
We have all experienced some level of bullying or cyber thing, or distraction by
so much.
Yeah, and
Tyler was profoundly affected by that.
Was he?
He goes, I really hope that parents paid attention to that.
Yeah.
He goes, because that is a very real thing.
It's so real.
And I'm like, that's so sad.
That's what I'm saying. Like we've all been through it. We've all seen it.
Yes.
We do our best, to try to keep our kids from being on it 1,000% of the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, I am not that much better.
No, we're all just
guilty
trying to,
too.
It's very hard. And I don't think it was with you, but I was talking to somebody and I said, I really think that there will be a time when people will just start turning shit off and going full analog again.
I hope
They're going to be like, we're going to get a VHS player and we're just going to watch videos, or we're going to go to a play, or we're going to go out and see live music. I really think that's going to happen. I think people are going to get so. It's the same shit. Nothing is new online. It's the same stuff.
I don't necessarily.
And by the way, I am just as guilty. I'm not saying that I'm like much better.
All are.
But my point is that at some point, and you do have to kind of force yourself. You kind of have to go, okay, you know what? I'm just going
to travel and do things.
It is.
Because it does give you something else to do, and you are distracted by real life, real things, real people.
Yes. And it's also nice because, like, for example, I went to a musical over the winter time. I went and saw Beetlejuice at the Sacramento
I did not know that.
Theater. Well, we had a friend who was cast in it, and so we all went, and it was great. It was media night, and we got some really great seats, and we watched, and we celebrated him, and it was wonderful. And I'm like, I would never do this. I do not like musicals.
Oh, I don't
at all.
I don't know that I've ever been to one, to be honest.
Not a fan. But Daryl took me to see Hamilton a couple of years ago.
Oh, I remember when you did that.
I had
and you
never
loved it.
been. Stephanie, I was weeping openly in public. And I turned to Daryl and I said, is this normal? Is this how musicals are supposed to go? And he's looking at me crying. He's like, I don't know. And I'm like, because he likes musicals more than I do. And I'm like, this is insane. And then I went, so then I'm like, yeah, I'll go to it. So I went and I'm like, okay, so Hamilton's unusual.
You know what? Hamilton was a phenomenon. I didn't get to see it, but
you can watch it on Disney now.
The people I know, but I think there was something about the experience of being there.
Yes.
Because there were other people that I knew besides you that went at different places. Like some people I knew went to Vegas or whatever. Yes. And they all had the same thing to say that you did. They were just like, it was so good.
And not only that, but like the twist, there's a twist at the end where you start to realize that the whole, I'm going to get emotional, the whole musical is not about Alexander Hamilton. It's about his wife. Mm-hmm. And that's the twist. And you're like, it was all about her this whole time. It's like, it's just incredible. It was great. So, but doing more stuff like that instead of, doom scrolling or whatever, and like the other night I was sitting outside chilling because it's been kind of nice at night for some reason. We have had no bad weather.
I can't understand what's happening.
I'm just taking it in.
I'm not going to, I don't even want to say anything.
Honestly,
I'm like, it's July.
Last year we had a heat dome for 3 weeks and it killed everything in my garden.
And we were all miserable. And we all had $600 SMUD bills.
Hot.
Because you couldn't not. It was 112.
So hot.
Yeah.
We bought blackout curtains for every room in the house. We weren't going anywhere. It was awful.
It was miserable.
It was so bad at one point. I was taking cold showers like twice a day.
And my showers wouldn't even get really that cold.
No.
Because the pipes are in the ceiling. And so it was warm. It was hot water.
Like help. Yeah,
it was awful.
It was terrible. So I'm like, I'm enjoying it. Because you just never know when this is going to go away.
Yeah, we're going to get our time, but
I just do. It's going to be in freaking September when everything's brown.
I know. God, that's what I'm saying.
Hate it. Anyway, I was sitting outside and it was really quiet. And so they finished Old Fair Oaks, where I live by the village, has renovated the center square.
Yes.
So they do live music. They do comedians come out there. They do plays. Nice. They do all this stuff. So at night there was a band out there.
Oh, you could hear it from here?
Oh, absolutely. And it was free. They're free.
Yeah.
And there's a band out there and they're playing like 70s and 80s hits.
Oh, I love it.
Like soul and
I love it.
And urban music.
It's my jam for
all of a sudden I hear Chaka Khan and I'm like, what?
Chaka Khan.
And I'm like, I feel for you. And I'm like, it's 9:30 at night. And I'm like, this is amazing. You can hear people like, woo! And I'm like, this is awesome.
It's the best.
Way better than scrolling.
Right?
That's my point. And so, but the movie is a gentle reminder that there is a place for tech, but there's also, you also need to go out and play.
100%.
Which I love.
Well, with little kids particularly, I mean, they are really caught up in it, way more than even us as adults because they do it everywhere. You know what I mean? It's their form of socialization. It's their form of education. It's literally everything they do.
Yes.
And for us, we do have more, unfortunately, when you have responsibility, we have to go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
I have to go to work.
Yes.
So
and it's sometimes
I can't always just scroll and be on a computer, social media.
No, but I mean, even working, you're on a computer, which sucks.
No, I am. I know.
I mean, it's just constant.
It's just that
everywhere.
I am required to use my brain for work.
Sometimes it's nice to not use your brain.
Well, right, and that's what I think. That's what doom scrolling and all that is all about.
It's definitely
you don't have to think; you just watch.
Yes, I agree completely.
Which is why I think it's addicting for us responsible people because it's a break from real bullshit.
Yeah, because you're like, ugh.
Yeah, I just want to sit here and watch stupid videos of people running into doors.
I had some suggestions on some stuff to watch on TV. They're like, oh, you should watch this or that. And I'm like, okay, all those things are probably very, very good. But here's the thing. I need something that I can literally escape out of.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch apocalyptic shows.
I can't.
I'm kind of over it.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're very good. I know they're very good shows. I've seen 1 or 2 episodes of them. Like, oh yeah, these are really well done. Da, da, da. I'm like, I just don't want to see people trapped underground anymore.
I know,
I don't want to see the.
I don't want to anticipate the end of the world.
anymore.
Somebody sent me.
I'm like kind of done.
Somebody sent me some videos, a friend at work that thought I would think it was interesting because we were talking about it. And I there are certain things that I think I purposefully stay ignorant on.
Yeah.
I know that they're important, and I know that we should all be aware of things that are detrimental to society so that we can be a participant and not,
Depends.
Right. But there are sometimes it just does get too much for me. And I'm like, I can't
That's
change
normal,
that.
by the
And I'm
way.
not. Yeah. So this particular thing was these data centers.
Oh God.
That are everywhere,
Yes,
right?
they're terrible.
And everybody's talking about them, and I didn't really know a lot about it. I knew what it was. Obviously, I'd heard about it, but I didn't know the deep, dark deets of it. So they sent me a couple videos, and I started watching them. I felt obligated because they asked me, like, "Hey, did you see the video I sent you? Did you watch it?" And I'm like, I kept saying no, and I'm like, you know what? You have to fucking watch it because they're just gonna think you don't care.
Yeah,
you know,
that you don't care.
So I watched it, and then when I saw what it was about, I was like, I started getting into it, but about like 15 minutes into it, I'm like, this is super heavy.
It's very heavy.
And I know it's super important.
I mean, it is, but it just throw it on the pile, Stephanie.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's how I
It's
felt.
like,
I'm like, I don't want to worry about one more thing that's going to bring us down.
I think it's one of those things where, first of all, and it's been said for many years that our little lizard brains were not meant to consume this much bad news.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just not. Like, if we were really, Daryl and I were having a really long conversation about how much radio has changed.
Oh my God.
Okay, so like there's been a lot of layoffs in programming.
I know.
And it's really sad. And I said, I understand that things evolve. I understand cities evolve. People, industries evolve.
The way we consume entertainment.
It's all ever changing,
yeah.
And for years, since like the 40s, people have been declaring radio is dead. Since the 40s.
I know, but
so it's not that it's dead.
And it's funny because I said that to Daryl. He's like, it is not dead.
It's not, and it isn't. And
it's not.
Isn't,
I still listen to it sometimes.
But the point is, though, is that because of the evolution, the feeling of community. Stop it! What are you doing? You can't be on the show.
If you could talk, you could.
The feeling of community. For some, it feels like it's gone. I remember, and I legit, and this is my old lady take. I miss when you could listen to Quad and the cheerleaders from the opposing teams for the Friday night game would call in and say, "Oh no, we're gonna kick your ass," and they would do that.
There were so many things about those times.
And it was so
you
great.
could talk to a DJ and request a song and they'd play it.
Yeah.
They'd be like, this song is for Jamie
Yes.
who's at home alone tonight.
Thanks a lot.
And she won. I don't know. Let's just use an example. But you know what I mean?
This song goes out to Barry, and she says, "Why? Hello." You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And so I said, and I miss that because that doesn't really exist anymore.
And you were like, yay. And we'd tape it.
Oh,
we'd have like
God.
a cassette tape and we'd because we wanted to hear
You're like, no one talk!
our dedication.
And then they're always just like, hey, what are you doing in here? Why do you have the boombox? I'm like, I'm trying to tape Cyndi Lauper.
Shut up!
They only play it once in the top 10
because
every
there was
night.
no way to record or keep anything.
The 10 at 10. It's like, what are you doing? I'm trying to hear this song that Mom won't let us hear.
Mom used to let us stay up and watch Friday night videos. And that was like
at
the highlight
midnight.
of our, we loved it. We were so excited.
Pre-MTV.
Yeah,
definitely.
and I think we actually got to watch Tales from the Dark Side, or we
Oh
might snuck it. We might have snuck
show.
it. Yeah,
I love that show so much. That and Twilight Zone. Anyway,
so we're aging ourselves. People are like, what?
No, they're not. Please, everybody's got their nostalgia. If I asked Kenzie, I'm like, hey, remember Wild Thornberries? Oh my God, the Wild Thornberries. Like, remember Barney?
Lauren's in Spirit.
Yeah. Oh, Spirit
the horse.
Oh my God, that's such a good one.
Oh my God, her and I would bawl when I watched it with her.
It's like I said something once to I don't know if it was Tyler or Mackenzie, and I said, "Oh, that looks just like Ducky." Ducky from Land Before Time. I'm like, yes.
That is still a good movie.
Stephanie.
That movie will bring you to your knees.
That will absolutely decimate a person.
In fact, they don't
if it doesn't, there's something wrong with you.
They don't make movies like that where they're killing parents or primary caretakers much anymore. They're a little sensitive to that kind of thing.
I think when the last
Back then, they were ruthless. They're like, oh no, your mom's going to die.
When did Disney...
She's going to starve to death.
When has Disney actively killed off a parent? Because it used to be... They just didn't exist. They had died at birth.
They were,
like Nemo and Bambi and Little Mermaid. We don't even know.
No, Bambi. We saw their mom get killed.
We don't see it.
No, you don't. They don't show the slaughter, but
Yes.
they're together and they're running through the forest into flames and being chased by the it's awful.
And you know what's funny? I always had that take. I'm like, well, the reason that nobody has moms is because the moms would let move half the shit that they're doing. They'd be like, where do you think you're going, Ariel? No, you're not.
I mean, Dumbo's pretty sad.
That is a man. Get in here. When you're 16 years old, go to school. What's wrong with you? I love him. No, you don't. Knock it off.
Ariel.
Yeah, then Ariel's like, that child.
Well, he does that eventually, let her go.
And then Ariel becomes a mother, and she's like, well, just go flit about. It's ridiculous.
We have to change the story because I have to tell you.
Tell me.
Unless I should do it on the next show.
No, tell me now. Let's do it.
So I'm only going to tell you a blip of it because it's a little too long to.
Okay, tell me.
But it's the
give me the notes.
The part that's interesting. Yeah. So when Jerry died, he left me this car. We all know about this car, this fast car that he has. It's rare. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
It's very beautiful.
It does have, it has what we call bent valves. I don't know if no one's going to know what that means, but basically a bent valve is it's a big problem. Mm-hmm. It's in the engine and it's going to require work to get it fixed. Jerry was in the process of doing that or trying to decide if he was just going to sell it literally the day he died.
Right.
So I have not had the energy or the wherewithal to do anything about it since then. It's been a little over a year.
Yeah.
I finally decided that I was feeling the pressure to try to figure out what I wanted to do. Initially, I was just like, I'm just going to sell it. I can't fix it. I can't deal with that. It's too much for me.
Yeah.
So I started joining these enthusiast groups that the people who are absolutely in love with this car.
Perfect.
And they're seeking out. Basically, Jerry's car is like the perfect version of what they would want.
Okay.
So I posted a whole bunch of pictures. I joined the group. Everything took time because you have to get approved by administrators and answer questions. And so I did all of that. So that took several days because I joined 2. And I finally got in. I kind of updated and fixed my profile so it would look decent. Everyone's obviously going to know I'm a girl, and I'm like literally the only girl.
Of course.
And I posted like 21 pictures, which is a lot of pictures. Mm-hmm. I went around the car and took interior, exterior, engine, trunk, all of it, and put it on and put a post and said, my late husband had once posted this because the forum I joined, Jerry was in.
Oh, okay.
So I joined it and said he posted this picture last year. And because he had so much interest in it when he posted it, I thought people might recognize it.
Yes.
Well, they might be like, hey, I've seen this car before.
Right.
And so, because it's a community, right? And they all know each other. And so immediately I got all of these guys writing me. And basically what I said was, I told them what was wrong with it. This is what it looks like. And I'm trying to decide if I should sell it or I should fix it, somehow try to fix it and then sell it. Or, keep it. Like, I don't know, I really, truly. And so I literally have like 300 comments and so this is like a mini viral in this community, at least with all this advice. And some people in there are clearly trying to get the car from me for cheap, saying, hey, you know what? It's not worth anything. You should just sell it to me for $3,000.
Oh God.
And then people there's other guys responding, be like, fuck you. That car by itself right now is worth $18,000, even broken.
Yeah.
And there's other guys who be like, no, so all this back and forth has been going on for the last week and a half or so. Two people have continually been named by a bunch of people saying you should talk to this person.
Okay.
And there's just 2, and they're 2 the same people. They're either referring to one or the other, but they're saying they're honest. They know what they're talking about.
Oh,
they'll tell you the truth.
Okay.
So I did. And they DM'd me. They both DM'd me. One of them had been talking to Jerry.
Perfect.
Before he died, and he lives local. And the other one didn't, but when I told him what the local guy said, he was like, absolutely, yes, you should do that. And so I was like, all right. It felt weird to be talking to strangers on the internet about this, but I'm like, I can't just do nothing. I've been paralyzed for the last year and 4 months about it. And I'm like, I have to do something, and I'm not going to do something if I just keep being afraid to like deal with it.
Right.
And and because it's a car and it's a special car, I'm like, I have to get some kind of expert opinion.
You do.
And I don't know anyone in my life right now that would know how to tell me to do. So, this guy was like, we started talking offline. We were DMing, and he was basically like, he's almost the same age as me. He's 2 years younger than I am. And I did remember seeing his messages on Jerry's phone. Okay. So I did know they were speaking. And he told me, he's like, I was actually going to come over and I wanted to buy it.
Okay.
He's like, and he goes, and then Jerry just stopped talking to me and I couldn't figure out what happened. And I'm like, well, yeah. So I told him what happened, and he's like, okay. He's like, well, look, I want to help you. He's like, I'm not trying to get the car from you. He goes, I'm telling you just as somebody he has 4 of these cars, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
I made him prove that he knew what the fuck he was talking about.
Like, show me your stuff.
Yeah, I did. He did. And he sent me pictures.
Wonderful.
They live close. So the point is,
do we know anybody he knows?
Kind of. Okay. I do, but you don't. And,
okay.
But not well and not really.
I understand.
No. But it's a small town. So
it's very small.
Anyway, long story short, he wants to come and he wants to bring some equipment that allows him to put a camera down inside the
really
engine look inside the pistons and the yes.
Okay.
And everybody told me I should do that because that would let me know whether the engine was blown and I needed a new one, which is going to be of ginormous expense.
Yeah.
Or if it just needed a valve job, which is not that big of a deal. So I was like, all right, fine. We can do this. And I'm like, I need to pay you. And he's like, no, I don't want your money. Oh my
God, that's so nice.
So I'm like, all right. So he comes on Saturday.
Okay.
I was nervous. Yes. I was really nervous.
Of course. I'd be nervous.
This is a stranger to me, even though they live locally. It was still a stranger.
Yeah.
He brings his 18-year-old son, which I was very happy he did.
So he did not come alone.
He didn't come alone.
Nice.
This guy is married, by the way.
Actually, that's a safety for everybody.
I agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
And I didn't think of it. And I didn't know what to suggest anyways. But Jeff was home with me and he just was unaware. He was in his room. And so...
I'm just saying it's good for him too.
Yeah. And you know what? It ended up working out really great because...
Was he nice?
Yes.
Oh, good.
So my next door neighbor, our court does nothing. We are the quietest, most introverted people. We don't... We say hi to each other,
so
but
when
we're
something
not...
happened, we're like, what's going on?
Right. So she decided to have a yard sale. So thank God. She was literally next door. So there was like 1,000 people in the court.
Oh, that's amazing.
So there was a bunch of people around. Timing. It was great. Yeah. I was like, oh, thank God. Yeah.
And your garage works.
And my garage door is brand new.
God.
Well, that was one of the catalysts for me doing this was getting that fixed. And then I'm like, okay, now I can figure out what to do.
Right.
So he did his son was lovely and so funny. He just graduated from Bella Vista literally a month ago.
That's awesome.
And I was enjoying chatting with him while his dad was working on the car. And I knew what the guy was doing. And because we're not mechanics, but I know what cylinders and pistons are and all that. Yes. I knew what things he was going to be looking at. So if he didn't know what he was doing, I would have been able to tell.
You would have known if he was just staring at things going, well, this is
started taking things apart that
this is interesting in this mirror is really.
Yeah. So he's doing all the things, and ultimately it was great news. There are no holes in the cylinders.
Lovely.
It seems like it just needs a valve job, and that is very doable. It was a huge relief, and
that
I was
is amazing.
So grateful that he did it.
Amazing.
And so he was putting everything back together, and because the yard sale was going on next door, there had been cars coming and going, and because it was immediately next to me, cars had been pulling up in front of. Not in front of my driveway, but alongside, on the sidewalk, basically, all around my house.
You were selling stuff too?
No, there was she had a lot of stuff and she had advertised it. So there was a lot of people. So they were all looking for a place to park so they could go into her yard. So they were pretty much parking everywhere in the court. He was there for about 2.5 hours. So I was watching people coming and going that whole time. Well, I look over and to the left, I see somebody out of the corner of my eye parked. Didn't even think about it at this point. And they start walking towards me, and it's a female, and they had
a female.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it would have been a dude, it would have been a little different. Like, what the fuck, Like,
tell me it was his wife,
Jamie. It was his wife. Now, I don't know these people from Adam.
Was she being mean to you?
She just had a funny look on her face. It was almost like she had kind of like deadpan eyes, like she was just staring me down.
Oh my God.
And kind of smiling. And I was like, and I had no idea who this person was. I was thinking it was a lost soul trying to find the yard sale.
You're like, the yard sale's over there.
Yeah. So I stopped. I was mid-sentence. We were talking about cars. The whole time they were there, all we were talking about was cars. And so we were telling stories about certain cars that we had owned and funny things that had happened. And I was talking about my RX-7 and how I crashed it into a house in San Francisco a long time ago. Yeah. So I'm like mid-sentence and all of a sudden I look over and I clearly, and so I'm stopping and I'm like looking at her and she's like, hi. And like immediately like reaching her hand out like, I'm so-and-so. And the dude looks over.
Did he die?
Probably.
He's like, what the actual fuck?
I'm sure.
Oh my God.
But me, I'm like, okay.
Son?
Standing there.
Oh my God.
She brought another child that they own.
She's like, hey, we were supposed to go to dinner an hour ago, buddy.
No, it's morning.
Oh.
It was before noon.
Oh my God.
They came at like 9 in the morning.
Why did she do that?
I don't know, but she immediately started being really territorial. She was draping all over him, kissing him, hugging him, honey, this, that.
I cannot
I'm his
with
wife.
that.
What's your name? Just
like none of your fucking business.
She was literally confronting me as though she was catching him in an affair.
Oh my God, Stephanie, I would have been so fucking rude.
I was
like, you know what? Get the fuck off my land. Get out.
But this man is arms deep in my husband's very expensive sports car.
He
was putting it back together.
Okay.
But I wasn't going to confront, and then they both walk off, or she kicks the car, or, I had no idea. So inside, I'm seething because I'm like, why? I'm like, this is why people don't have fucking strangers come to their house and do shit. Because now I'm dealing with some fucking crazy ass weirdo who thinks I'm cheating with her husband. And I'm over here just trying to anyway, the husband was dead quiet.
He
couldn't get that car fast enough to get back together. I'm like,
and I assume you've not heard from him since.
Well, so here's the thing. She was being really weird in the sense that at first I didn't understand how she knew so much about me. They weren't detailed. They weren't.
Oh, she dug into his Facebook.
She was, yeah. Because we were making arrangements for what day he would come to do this. And he's like, what's your schedule like? I'm like, well, I work for the county, so it's really rigid Monday through Friday type of thing. I'm like, but I don't know what your schedule is because, I'm like.
Is he a mechanic?
No.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? I don't want to keep talking details.
No, you're right. What if? Never mind. You're right.
But he was like, weekdays are bad for me too. He has the type of job that weekends were. I was like, okay, perfect. So let's do it on Saturday. So the person was asking me questions. Do you still work for the government? Do you, things like that. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, okay. And like, so clearly she had read the whole thread.
She did the deep dive on
She did. And it's fine.
Yeah.
And
it's not like I have anything to hide.
Nothing. I had known this man for 60 minutes when she pulled in.
I would have lost my
90
shit.
at the most.
You were so much nicer than me.
Well, they were at my house.
I know.
I mean, they were at my house, and so
I'm really, really offended by your assumptions. You fucking cunt.
I would have if I wasn't in that situation. They were at my house.
The whole family was there.
Her children, yeah. The daughter that she brought was maybe 15, or I don't know.
What did she do?
They were clueless.
Okay,
they were playing with each other when they were so happy to see the brother and the sister. He had her on his shoulders and were running around the lawn. They were just the cutest things. They were an adorable family. It's just this mom was acting like she was walking in and on some bed or something. I'm like, the fuck. God. And then she's like,
can I say that he was embarrassed?
He didn't say one word, nothing
to her or
nada. No, he did to her. Like,
he
was trying to play it off. I could tell. He was really he was trying to be lighthearted about it.
All I can say is when things like this happen, there's been an incident in the past.
In the beginning, I was thinking like, you weirdo, you crazy ass bitch.
No.
But then I was like, he's done something.
He do? It's him.
Yeah.
He did something, and he's like, oh no, I'm just gonna go work on this.
1,000%.
And then she's like, really?
Yep.
And she's like, you don't get any. And the fact that she had full access to his social media and phone,
there's no privacy.
None.
No.
None.
Well, they had been married longer than you and Daryl.
Oh shit.
So they had been together for a really long time, and so part of me was like, I get it, like if he's a dog and she's like, I'm not dealing with one more piggy thing you do to me.
I get it.
And if I catch you doing it,
but she should have been nice to you.
Yeah,
didn't do anything.
That was the only thing that I didn't get was other than maybe, that if she thought he was being deceitful, that and maybe I knew he was married and I was letting him, then I might have been a little bitchy to some girl.
Welcome to widowhood, I guess.
Oh,
God damn.
my God.
God.
She's like, and she's like, and I couldn't figure out, she's like, oh, your husband, I thought he just died. I'm like, no, he died like a year and a half ago. Almost.
I'd be like, that is recent, by the way, for most people.
Well, she was like, no, because then she goes, because I was thinking like, why does this girl want to immediately get into this car? And like, her husband's been dead for like 5 minutes.
That is so fucking rude.
Yeah.
Stephanie.
Jamie! Why do you think I've been sitting on this information?
Hold on.
I've been waiting to tell you.
Wait a minute.
I was like, oh, this is perfect for the show.
Please tell me that you have found this bitch online.
Oh, I know everything about her.
Thank God.
And the funny thing is I already did before they came because I was looking to make sure that they weren't.
He was a legit person.
Yes. And that they weren't some dirtbag hillbillies with no teeth living in someone's backyard in a mobile home.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I had to do all of that because I wasn't going to let just any idiot put their hands on this car. So I was letting them come to my house. I had to give him my address. Do you know how hard it was for me to type those letters?
I'm sure it was very terrifying.
It was difficult.
It was very terrifying.
He didn't get them until like 5 minutes before he was supposed to leave.
Honestly, the way you would wish to have been able to do it is meet in a parking lot somewhere. Obviously, the car doesn't run, so you can't do that. It's in this day and age, it's a very risky thing. It was risky, but you're in a position where you're like, I got to do something, and if you're willing, and this person comes highly regarded,
he did.
I get it.
And Jerry knew him. They didn't know each other, like they'd never met, but they were talking and had been talking.
Yeah, and also it's like he brought the kid.
He did.
What did
he said that he did it to reassure his wife. He's like, yeah, my wife was like, wait, where are you going? And I'm like, I bet she was, because I fucking would be too. Like, where are you going? And he's like, so I just said, I'll bring our son, and that way she knows. Yeah. So, but when she got there, she's like, oh, I made him bring our son. She said something like that to me. Like, I told him he had to bring the son.
You know what? Well, you know what? You and I are very different, and I understand why you did what you did. Fully get it.
I could have been confrontational very
You don't want to
easily.
be confrontational, because you're right. He could be nice when it comes to the car, but that's it. Like, he could be some dirty dog. We don't know.
It wasn't even about that. It was the fact that there were 4 of them. I was by myself. Yeah. My son was in the house. They were at my home.
Yeah.
He was in my garage.
That's really dangerous.
In my car, and I was not going to be like, fuck you, you fucking... Easily could I? Jamie.
Of course.
You know me. I would have taken her down.
Honestly, though, it's like, I would have probably said, do you realize how aggressive this looks? We have 4 people confronting me in my home.
Well, the kids were doing nothing.
It doesn't matter. I would have been like, you all need to leave.
Yeah.
I would have made them leave.
I could have, but...
I would have.
So by the time she got there and to the time she left, I mean, she even asked me, like, how can I get a job at the county?
I don't know.
And I've worked at a cannabis club, and I got fired because I told someone they were retarded. I mean, she was just going, yeah. And I was like, the whole time I'm just standing there looking at her like, you are insane.
I don't want... I don't want her coming back.
And then she's like, we could be friends. She's like, I'm going to friend you on Facebook and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm like,
did she try?
No,
of course
no. The minute they left, she's like, you're never going back there again. That girl was pretty, and she had big boobs, and she was like normal, and she has a good job, and like because then as they're leaving, she's like, I'm like, why do you want to get? She's like, well, I've never really worked. I've always been at home. I'm like, well, why do you want to work now? Like, why, and get a job with the county? I'm like, come on. That's a 9 to 5, that's an 8 to 5 job Monday through Friday. You're going to fully commit to something like that when you've never had a job. Come on. Yeah. And she's like, no, I like working. No, she's like, my husband wants me to get a good job. I'm terrible with money. My checking account's always like $600 overdrawn.
What is she doing?
And she's like, I need to learn responsibility. And I'm like, okay, I almost
at
50.
The age of 50. Okay, babe.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, better. There's nowhere better time to start than now.
The whole thing went from 0 to 60.
I cannot believe
the first 2 hours were fine. We literally talked about mechanic stuff. My dad being a mechanic, he knows our dad's shop. And so everything we talked about was so surface and so easy to just stay focused on, because we had that in common.
And then she comes in and ruins everything.
And all of a sudden it turned into a fucking soap opera in like 2 seconds.
I would have been, you know what? I acknowledge your control.
My restraints,
because I would not have done. I would have gone full ham.
Jimmy,
fucking go!
I could have. Oh, she wanted to know about you. She's like, I think I know your sister.
Oh no!
And I was like, oh really? She's like, because your last name is really familiar, the one that's on your Facebook. And I was like, well,
oh my god, I hope I know her. Stephanie.
Well, yeah. So,
oh my god,
you don't. She's younger than me.
I don't care.
Yeah. So,
but if her kids went to BV,
the kids, I think our kids would probably know some of their kids.
If I say, hey, do you know this person? She'd be like, yeah, why?
I don't know.
Like, oh, is the mom or whatever? She's like, oh no, her mom's psycho.
There's a lot more to say when we're not on the show, but yeah, knowing that this person had done such a deep dive on me.
I'm so hot.
It would not surprise me if they found the podcast, listened to the podcast, so they're probably going to hear the story and be like, you fucking cunt.
No,
good.
She is a fucking cunt. Yeah. I can tell you that right now. Come to my house, bitch. Because I have no restraint.
I'm just saying, like,
none. You want to fuck with my sister? Please bring it on.
No one's. I mean, I don't. What I told you is all that happened.
Yeah,
there was nothing beyond that.
That's fine.
She wasn't confronting me. She
wasn't. I just
want to talk to her. There wasn't anything other than that. It was just very, very awkward. I was so relieved that they were gone when they left. I'd
be like, never call me again.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So like the dude, I think he knew about as much as maybe Jerry knew 20 years ago. I think Jerry knew way more about the car and cars and that particular car because we have owned it for so long, and he has literally taken that thing apart and put it back together 10 times.
Yes,
and this guy, I could tell he has been definitely wrenching on them for a while, but he didn't know as much as Jerry. So what he did was perfectly fine. I'm still super grateful if they do happen to hear this. I'm very grateful for him.
Well, he confirmed that it was not the worst case scenario.
He did,
which is great.
But as far as like, letting him further, no, it's not happening.
It's over.
So I ended up sending him some pictures that I found of so when Jerry actually had the car taken apart a few months before he died, I took a bunch of photos. I'm so glad I did, because it was apart. Big things were taken off that you couldn't see when he was looking at it yesterday. And he's like, wow, he was super meticulous. And I'm like, yeah, I think it was starting to dawn on him, like, my husband actually knew what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah.
And Jerry was he was anal, and it was irritating at the time, but now I appreciate it. Everything had its right place. He would put things in order. He would mark things with paint so he knew what order it went and where it should go back and exactly how it was. And he would take this guy I don't think is one of those guys.
Well, no.
I think he was great. I'm not saying he wasn't, but they were just different in that way.
At least, you know what? You got what you needed from it. I did. And that's all that matters. And now you can move on and do whatever you want to do. And now
I'm back to making a big decision again because it's like, okay.
Do you want to do the valve job for $3,000 or
it's not $3,000?
Oh, it's less?
Yeah. I had a guy that he said he had his done for $800.
Okay.
So even if
it would be worth it to save up and get it fixed and then
so we'll talk about that too because I have some ideas. Okay. But it was a lot, and it was after it was all over and they were gone and I had time to reflect on it. I was kind of laughing about it, but at the same time, like Jamie's like, I'm not laughing.
I'm not laughing. I'm really so furious because I'll tell you why, and then we'll call.
Well, that's because you know me, and I wasn't.
No, you know what though? You were that was not a situation in which you could be aggressive, and I do understand that, but. The whole checking up on somebody.
Well, I'm being kind of aggressive right now. I'm talking about it on the show.
No, I know, but the whole idea of checking up on somebody. And there not being any trust, right?
Yeah.
So when I was...
Someone has some fucking nerve. Because even if I thought my husband was doing something, I don't know that I would have driven up. And if I did, and I saw the garage open and him working on it, and my son standing... I would have kept going.
I would not have...
I wouldn't have done that.
So we weren't even married yet. And I was in sales. And there was a car dealership that I was trying to get money from, a deal from. And so I met him for a dinner and drinks, and it was in an area that was very safe. And we were leaving, and it ran late, unfortunately. So we were standing in the parking lot talking. Now, it is very possible that this man had other intentions. I couldn't tell, didn't give a shit.
Right.
We were just talking.
He wasn't doing anything obvious or obnoxious.
Daryl pulled up.
Oh, God.
With all the children in the parking lot.
Oh, God.
And he was pretty far away. He didn't pull right up, but he was pretty far away.
But you saw him?
And the guy saw him. And he goes, hey, do you know that person? I turn and I look, I'm like, I wanted to die.
I would die.
I said, yeah, I do. And he's like, okay. He goes, well, I think we'll just have to talk, later. I'm like, okay. Didn't get the money. It was done.
He was like, oh, this is way too much.
Never heard from him again.
That sucks.
And I lost money. And I was...
livid.
Stephanie, the level of fury, it was unparalleled. Unparalleled. And the fact that he had the audacity to bring my children out in the night, I was just out of my
this
mind.
person did the same thing.
I know. And so
on a Saturday afternoon in a court.
Did nothing to even question my
there was absolutely no reason for him to think
that. But he was like, well, I was worried. I think he likes you.
Stop it.
And I'm like, what are you talking about?
And even if he did, does that mean I'm going to go fuck him?
That's what I said. That's exactly how it went down. So it's like, I can only imagine, unless this man is a serial cheater.
I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know.
Unless he's a serial cheater and she felt compelled in some way to make sure that he wasn't rendezvousing.
But at the same time, why confront me?
She could have pulled in and seen the whole neighborhood and went, this is embarrassing. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
But
and her sole focus was on me, except for when she was draping herself all over him.
Of course it was. This is such a poor person.
I was embarrassed for her.
I would have been embarrassed.
I was.
I've been like, I'm embarrassed for you.
I was. And I think it was pretty clear within like 30 seconds that I was so out of her league. Like, I'm so, like, your husband is so below me, lady. There is no chance in hell that I would ever. He's lucky that he's even within 5 feet of me right now.
Honestly, maybe they deserve each other, and this is just their
truly.
Honestly,
look, and probably for the past 30 years, I can honestly say with total conviction that I am so against cheating, whether it's the guy or the girl or even someone else who's not married to the person and they're involved with someone married. Yeah. Do I always place the blame on the married person? Yes. You're the one that's married. That's so right. I put less blame on the person that's fucking you that knows you're married. Yes. But I still wouldn't be that one.
You wouldn't want to be.
I wouldn't be the girl that's fucking a married guy anymore. And I haven't for a long time. Same. I used to do it when I was in my 20s. I'm not going to lie. But me too. I wouldn't do it now. That's because I've had a long marriage.
You've also grown.
Well, and I mean, I think once you've been in a marriage, like, for as many decades as we have been, you can start to understand that as a woman, the bullshit you put up with and what you have to go through to keep that thing going.
It's true.
No woman deserves to have some other woman come traipsing in and have your whore of a husband take it, an opportunity that you present.
Yeah.
Right. And so I don't care. She looked like an idiot yesterday, right?
She made a fool of herself.
But I promise you that man has put her through something to make her act that way.
100%. See, that's the thing that really, I
don't want her neurotic weird. No.
This is what I struggle with, is that I fully believe that she has been driven insane because of him.
Right.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Me too.
It does not excuse her horrible behavior, though.
It doesn't. Well, she was coming after the wrong person. Yeah.
So my point is that there's a part of me that understands her crazy. But I wouldn't have done it in front of a stranger, and I wouldn't have taken it out on a person that I'd never even seen before. Right. And I wouldn't have done a deep dive like a crazy person. That's insane.
Well, she could have done her deep dive. I never would have known.
Well, that's true.
But if she would have done her deep dive, and if you see what I've posted on Facebook in the last year and a half,
it's about your husband.
Everything is about my husband and my child.
Yeah,
literally. Me posting songs of like, I saw my lover at the grocery store.
Yes, it's about reminiscing.
I have been crying online for a year and a half.
As you are entitled.
So, God. I just want someone that's honestly not trying to rip me off.
I will say this, and then
help me.
And then we'll call it to a close in regard to your car. I don't know when you posted it. It was like a week ago, right?
A little over a week ago, yeah.
So I will sometimes get notifications if you make a comment or post something, okay? So I did notice in one of the groups that you had posted photos and were asking for assistance. I did not interact because I didn't want to
It doesn't matter. It's not a secret.
Well, here's the problem. Because mechanically minded men who think they know everything about everything. Oh, yeah. There was a man in there who was posting copious amounts of photos about
I saw him.
And I'm like,
But the chat was coming for him. Those men came for him.
I saw.
And there was a man who was talking like, if any of you try to rip off this woman, I will come for you. Did you read that?
I didn't.
Yeah, he said, I'm going to be like the movie Taken, and I'm going to come after you. And I feel no shame saying about it.
All I kept seeing was this man posting proof why you should only sell it. And I'm like, asshole, I'm coming for
Jamie,
you, buddy.
They all came for him. I didn't even have to.
But then I'm like, you know what? I can't ruin this for her. She's trying to get this car fixed.
You know what? I read all of that.
So I let it go because I of course went to his account immediately.
The men came for him so badly. Good. And this person was so underprepared for what he got.
Good.
And he wasn't smart.
No.
So the people that were responding were roasting him and like, you're a fucking idiot. Shut the fuck up. I have used my Facebook for networking locally.
For sure.
Like this situation. Yes. I mean, it was useful in finding out if this person was worth my time, and so it's funny how many single guys that I either knew or knew someone I knew in school have friend requested me since Jerry died.
God, of course. Yeah. When I tell my children, I'm like,
if any of them are ever billionaires, then I'll be like, oh, hello.
I'd be so like, far, I'll casually hold your clammy hand.
Yeah, so far,
I can have some money. No, I have always told the children this, and I think you know this as well. Is I said, look, there are some who aren't blessed in this. If you want to call it blessed, you will have to actively choose being single. Yeah. You will never, ever want for partnership or sex or a friend, dating or what. You will always have options.
I'll tell you what, social media.
Not a lot of people don't. Not a lot of people. Maybe some people don't. But I've told them, and they are like, oh, it's true. It's true.
No, it is true.
You have to actively choose to be single and work on yourself. You have to just do it.
Here's the thing. If you
want that.
No, yeah, agreed. And like that's the thing I think about being older is when you've had relationships is that being single, I mean, what does that actually mean? Like, do you mean being in a relationship? Do you mean just dating? Do you mean just having people in your life that you can hang out with that are not your family?
All I know is
enjoy time together. Because I cannot barely tolerate anyone, man or woman, and anymore. That's period. Fine. Like I don't know if that's weird or rare because everybody keeps asking me like, do you think you're going to want to date? And I'm like, I can't stand people.
Yeah, no, I think that's fine.
I start to get to know you even a little, I can immediately identify what's wrong with you. And I wish I didn't have that.
No, that's called childhood trauma. We all have it. Oh, by the way, we'll talk about it in the next show. Never mind. I don't want to get into another subject.
Yeah,
but. I will say, I have said this before. Well, it is true what they say. Your friendship group shrinks as you get older.
Yeah.
Because...
Well, I never had one to begin with.
Well, you
I have a couple.
You do?
Yeah.
I tell the kids this, and I say it to us too. You only need one good friend.
Yeah.
And we're lucky because we have each other. We have sisters. True. So even if I have a good friend, if that shit goes apart, I can call you.
100%.
I know you have best friends too, but if that shit goes crazy, you can call me.
That's different though.
It is different, but what my point is that we are very lucky.
Even with best friends, there's conditions, right?
There is. Because for us, because there are some people who treat their best friends like their sisters. I couldn't do it, but that's because I have sisters. If I didn't have a sister, I would think that...
I feel like I don't know. Maybe it's just me because I feel like with sisters, there's never going to be a time where I'm not going to love you.
The one thing I've learned about having sisters as I've gotten older is I'll say, well, I just can't tell her that. And it's like within an hour. So I have something to tell you. It's like, what is it? I'm like, do you know how long
I thought about? I was going to tell you this no matter what, but I agonized over it as to whether or not I was going to say it on the show.
I'm glad you told me, Stephanie.
I was going to tell you. I was going to tell you no matter what. I just was like, do I say it on the show? Am I putting myself in danger?
Me
like
gasping.
This person is.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what? And of course, I'm all.
I thought it would be funny to tell you on the show because I was like, then because I already knew.
I mean, honestly,
I already knew how you were going to react.
Honestly, the fact that I probably know her is even.
I don't know.
Better.
I don't know. I don't think you may not. There's so much more to say.
It's fine. You know what? Whatever. I mean, I feel sorry for her.
You know, the good thing I love.
She's clearly been gaslit for a very long time.
And that's the thing is like I did eventually when my seething anger subsided.
You're like, well, wait a minute.
I started to think about it, and I'm like, wait a minute. You know what?
Something.
I'm like, look, what she did was an ugly, embarrassing look for her. Yes, but I am such a woman. I am so on the side of women these days that I was like, wait a minute.
What did he do?
Men have pushed me to do crazy. I have done crazy.
Not only that, but that behavior is gaslit behavior.
Yes.
She is paranoid because he can't even go somewhere at 9 a.m. with his child without her going,
he could possibly be doing
I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, totally.
My son's 18. They could have gone to a strip club for all I know, and he's trying to make me feel crazy.
Right.
And I'm sorry, but I mean, her mistake was taking it out on you. 100%. That was her ish. That was her mistake. What she should have done is, I'm really sorry. It was running late. He wasn't answering his phone.
She
and I was
started
worried.
out that way. She's like, I've been calling you.
Yeah, but that's
the first thing she said when she walked up because I think he must have looked at her like the fuck, you know.
Good. Yeah. I mean, you know what? Let them have that little moment.
I promise you that conversation proceeded for the remainder of the day.
I think, aside from her Orangevalian-ness, I do think she probably feels a smidge embarrassed.
I don't know. She was pretty indignant. She kept saying, like, when she saw the car, she's like, you're thinking about selling this? She's like, girl, keep it, drive it. She's like, look at it. And I'm like, no, I know. I'm like, but you know what? It's not one of those cars that I would like drive to work and drive every day. No. Even if, period. I'm like, and for all of Jerry's flaws, which we've fully discussed on the show billions of times, I respected the fact that there were certain aspects of things that were important to him that I really appreciated. That
of course
his car was
everything.
Yeah, and the way he took care of his things, he was very meticulous.
Very meticulous.
And my son's like that, you know.
You're right.
And so I do really appreciate those things because not all guys are like that.
No, they're opposite.
Slobs, or they don't give a fuck about things, or they don't appreciate the things they have, or whatever. So now that he's not around, I still really respect that. I would never desecrate that car or have anything bad happen to it. And she was like, drive it, give it to your son. You know, I'm like, sure. I don't want to give it to him when he turns 16. He'll kill himself in it. It's a sports car. It's fast. Yeah. And I'm like,
you know what?
Fuck it. Just give it to him anyway.
She's like, you'll make the right decision regardless of this crazy person.
I wasn't listening to this crazy person, but she's like, oh, that's so cute. You actually care what he thinks? I wouldn't have. I would have just taken the keys and driven it, you know, because I was like,
a dig on her husband.
Yeah. I was like,
she's like, how come you're so lucky? My husband's still alive. God.
Maybe.
Anyway, whatever, baby.
Yeah,
anyway, all right.
You, ma'am.
Well, that's the show.
That's quite an ending, right?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Takes all kinds, doesn't it? Takes all kinds. Well, all right. Well,
I thanked her for lending me her husband. That was how I left it.
Well, I don't hate that.
Yeah, I said that. I go, thank you for lending me your husband for the last couple of hours. I really appreciate it.
You know, widow's got to do what a widow's got to do.
Welcome.